And welcome back to the last what if of the week of what ifs. Now, this one comes from Evans Appa, who asked the question: what if Turles, the villain from Tree of Might, turned good? Now, when doing the last one, I already got two that are already ongoing, so I want to make this one just a quick one shot. Well, maybe not quick, one that I can do in one video and be done with it. And this one felt like a good one. Now, I'm not going to use the thing about that is I could bring Turles into the main series canon. The problem is none of the Dragon Ball Z or Super movies, minus Battle of Gods and Resurrection F and the Broly movie coming out, are actually canon to the actual storyline. The creators even said that they're in their own kind of alternate universe, like an alternate take on what could have happened. So when looking at a scenario where Turles does turn good, I'm going to look at it from the standpoint of, assuming the movie universe is all connected, what is it going to be like in that universe? Again, and we'll include Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, maybe go into Super. So first up, we have to establish how it does Turles turn, or Turles, might be flubbing that name a little bit off and on. How does he turn good? I imagine it's got to be something along the lines of appealing to because he was a lower class Saiyan, those powers were on 19,000. Probably from eating the fruit a couple times already. So his power level was already 19,000. Goku and him go square toe to toe. He eats the fruit, and he's beating out Goku. So what I think would happen is this: you still get the end of that fight. Goku throws a spirit bomb, basically crashes through Turles' attack, basically destroys the tree. World basically gets brought back to normal. Turles does not die, though. Turles is basically kind of like a Vegeta scenario where he's just sitting there broken, beaten, and near death, but he's still alive. And just his powers fade. He's back to his space form of 19,000. And he and then Goku's just standing over him, just, as it's all said and done, he's looking at us, just do it, Kakarot. Kill me. Just do it. And, he's talking, I have no world, Kakarot. We have no home. Freeze, it's gone. It's all gone. What? I could have been a god. I could have remade Vegeta, Blood of Vegeta, in our image, in my image. The image just says a low class can be elite, and you actually see him start to cry a little bit. You get a little bit of his motivation beyond just being a one-dimensional mustache twirler. That there was someone who's hurting due to his past experiences and everything like that. You get that impression. And Goku just starts to look at and does feel sorry for him. And then Goku's like, look, it doesn't have to be this way, Turles. You could have a life here. You could, but not as a new Vegeta, as Earth, as a new home, as a place that you can call your own, a place that you can protect, a place that you can, that you can, that you can help build something good here, something great. It may be it how big, how small, be it a family, a life, and just, Turles kind of looks up at this and kind of starts to get melancholy and kind of thinks of things. He maybe remembers a little bit of his, like, Saiyan culture's never been a very nurturing culture, but there's clearly a love and clearly affection in the right areas where they need to be, including like parents and mothers and fathers and things along those lines. So Turles kind of thinks about this, like, do you really think that's the case, guy? Of course I do. And besides, if you ever try to go evil again, I'll just beat your butt. The guy, Turles actually goes, oh, it hurts to laugh. I have no doubt you would, Kakarot. I have no doubt you would. So, yeah, I see, I know, it basically Goku kind of like brings Turles there, and they actually say, Goku, you still have him? Like, it's okay, guys. It's all right. Like, yeah. On my word as a Saiyan, I promise I won't do anything. For now. Saying yeah, these guys, you gotta work on the humor there. I was like, Turles. It's like, yeah, we'll get there. So, we'll cut a couple weeks after the Tree of Might thing. Turles is easy anything. Him and Goku recovered. Talking about Zenkai boost here. If we're going by the Dragon Ball Z movie guidelines, Goku's power was like around 30. Though I think he might have been pushing a Kaioken on that. So I think that was the case. Goku's power was 10,000. He was Kaiokening around triple Kaioken. So he had a power level of 10. But that being said, his power level, I think respectively, let's just assume both these guys double their power levels. So you're looking at, we'll even put Turles at 40 just for a solid number. Goku would be around 20,000. So there's just good solid power-ups over there. So Turles would be easing into things. He would be, trying to... And apparently Turles was a bit of a scientist, I think. I believe he was kind of a bit more of not like super intelligent, but he was smart enough to figure some things out. So I think he would maybe work along in Capsule Corp for a little bit. Maybe he would find at least a temporary place with Bulma. Bulma would be suspicious of him, but she would knows he's helping out. Plus, he looks awful lot like Goku. So it's like, Goku was not bad looking in her mind. So yeah, there's that. So they would be easing things in there. He would be helping out where he could, picking things up, putting them down, going into like upper orbit to like fix some stuff. He'd be doing his part. And you know what? I think Turles would find at least a bit of a purpose there. He would get some training in with Goku every now and then. Goku would they'd go toe to toe every now and then. Goku would ultimately win when he puts the Kaioken on, but Turles would press the overall advantage. So let me sure my dad's not coming in. Yeah. So he's not interrupting the video. Turles would have pressed the overall advantage in spars, but Goku would ultimately win the fights. Goku, I think, would also progress farther than Turles would, but I think Turles does have some hidden potential in there as well. I think, when it's all said and done, by the time we get to the Slug movie, Goku's power, I think, was supposed to be at around his Namek power level in terms of ultimate storylines. So when he went full Super Saiyan, like that we know what the full Super Saiyan is. I did a video on it earlier. It's about 25 times. So he was like 75 million. Slug is a Super Namekian. I don't think it's actually ever stated what Slug's power level is. Do they ever give Slug's power? I mean, so I can have an idea of where to compare these guys. Let's see, Lord Slug. Hold on. Never actually bothered checking that. Lord Slug. I have to imagine Lord Slug's definitely in the millions. Easy. Let's see now. Lord Slug. Power. Do they give a power level at all here? Duty equipment, supervillain. Okay, power. And obviously, power levels ultimately kind of mean bullshit, are kind of bullshit. But they are at least an idea of where to place them. Okay. Being a Superman immense power, able to dominate Goku effortlessly, but when Goku punched him in the face, Slug barely moved and punched, had no effect. Spasm is pseudo Super Saiyan or False Saiyan. Unfortunately, the tables turned, and once Piccolo is faded, transformed into a great Namekian form. It doesn't give an actual power level where Slug's powers is. I have to believe it's not quite the pseudo Super Saiyan form, like maybe around 75,000. That it's speculated to be. Probably something akin to like a 50 million form, like around there. I'd have to guess that. So when we get there, Goku, because of training with Turles, though, is probably a little stronger than that. He's probably maybe about 4 or 5 million. And Turles, respectively, with lots of training and things along those lines, actually having a pretty solid relationship at the minimum with Goku. Probably at least has a respectful rivalry with Piccolo. And maybe even starting a budding, blossoming romance with Bulma at this point, and learning things from Bulma. I think Turles would actually be quite appreciative of what Earth has to offer. So Goku, they maybe try tag teaming these two. Slug. They both kind of, nothing, face, and they both punch the face. Like, are you guys? Are you good? You're good. You good? My turn. Duel, yes. Boom! Punches them both in the face, and just they go flying. And they start wrecking the ship. Goku does go the full Super Saiyan. Turles sees this, and he's stunned. He's seeing this full Super Saiyan form. Super Saiyan. He may even think it's Super Saiyan, and he's starting to wail on Slug. Kicks his ass a bit more, even rips his arm off instead of just crushing it. Then Slug just reveals he's a Namekian. It's like, what? And then Super Namekian. And then the rest of the movie goes about the same. Piccolo comes in, the whistle, all that. Turles is able to stall a bit longer and help out a bit more. So you move over to Cooler. Ooh, there you go. I think Goku is stronger, right? Because this is, again, a alternate version of when he got back from Namek. So he is strong. He's probably got a Zenkai. He's probably around, I think they actually said, hold on. I think I know that Cooler's power level supposedly in his final form was Cooler. Is around 410 million. Now Cooler does state Frieza had the edge in his final form. So I think you can make an argument that their fourth transformation form is his fourth one maybe was actually a little weaker than Frieza's. Ultimately, let's see here. I know someone I think gave a power level at one point. And we know, and he did create a golden form in the Heroes, but we're not using it. Yeah, 470 million is what V Jump places Cooler's final format. So Jesus. He was more or less even in his fight with Goku. It states like but when Cooler transforms to his final form, his ki is greater than even Frieza's. So there you go. So cool. Again, I don't think Turles would be at their campsite. In fact, I don't even know if Turles would be involved in this fight. Maybe Turles shows up like Piccolo does, and they try to help, and they get their ass kicked. I think Turles actually probably winds up being the second strongest Z fighter among the group. Goku's probably around 5 million or so. Well, no, if we're going by that, Goku probably was at 11 million for his power. So in this scenario, to be able to completely beat on Cooler the way he did at that power level is really that, or 12 million. I think Turles is probably more closer to like 8 or something like that, and does not have Super Saiyan. And Goku transforms, all that, and that still goes about the same. Ultimately, he doesn't have a great impact in some of these story arcs. By the time we get to Cooler's Revenge, though, I do believe he might have hit Super Saiyan at that point, because Vegeta comes in there. And I think at this point, in the storyline, the androids have happened. We would get a scenario where Vegeta and Turles meet. They square off. Turles actually pretty much beats on Vegeta pretty hard, getting a lot of therapy out on him for, being a smug ass prick. But ultimately beating him up. I think you would see Super Saiyan Turles, him, Goku, and Vegeta triple team on Cooler and do win. But then that whole shtick happens where Cooler has the 1,000 bodies and all that. But ultimately they come out top. Turles being there is a benefit. That is the main thing we take away from this. And then we get into the Android 13 movie. Turles again is able to help. I think him and Goku actually, or him and Trunks maybe tag team. What was that? Android 14 or 15? I think 15 was the purple one, wasn't he? I can't remember exactly, but I want to say yes. So yeah, let's say yes. That he was the that he was the pro. Anyway, the one that Trunks fought, the gray one. Ultimately, they do to fight each other, and they tag team is what I was trying to get at, and they do win. And then again, his power wouldn't be enough to take on 13, as we saw. It took Goku absorbing the Spirit Bomb to do so. And then we move on to the Broly movie, which again goes about the same. Broly just manhandles everyone. Goku more. See, here's the thing. I think Goku, having absorbed also Turles' power as well from that, actually probably wouldn't even need Vegeta at that point. Vegeta is stalling, but once he gets Turles, he does that same thing, and Vegeta, there is no Vegeta giving him his power at that point. So you would what came after that? Was it Broly second? No, it was Bojack. Bojack came after that. Now, does Goku exist in the Bojack storyline because Turtle is dead? I don't think so. I think Goku still sacrifices himself. That whole scenario goes about the same. Remember, we're doing the movie universe, which is parallel to the canon, but it's not the same canon. Turles being there probably wouldn't prevent them from... because Turles probably wouldn't go Super Saiyan either. It would be Goku. Goku felt the rage of his friend being killed. So Goku still learned instant transmission. That whole thing goes the same. But you have a Super Saiyan Turles there as well. Probably like a perfected Super Saiyan after many years of training. Probably even trained with Gohan to keep his skills up as a thank you for Goku. For helping him find new life. Trunks is also, I'm going to argue, Turles' kid. I think Trunks is Turles' kid. And again, parallel to canon, the Trunks we know, Peter Trunks is Vegeta's kid, so, timelines, shenanigans. But yeah, the Trunks we have is actually Turles' kid. And the Bojack thing, again, Gohan would be the strongest one of the Z-Fighters right now. Maybe Turles doesn't have quite the same from the little we could see, I don't get the same impression he had the same level of Saiyan pride that Vegeta did. So he'd be more willing, he'd be okay with Gohan being, the strongest if he had to. So, that nothing changes there. Second Coming, nothing really changes there. Bio Broly, honestly, Vegeta wasn't part of that story. Gohan wasn't part of that story, so really there's no reason Turles should even be there. We get to the Fusion Reborn story. Okay, here we go. So, that takes place during the Buu arc. During the Buu arc, let's hypothetically say Turles also died, because we know Vegeta is dead at that point. This is when in this version, obviously, Buu must have been defeated. Buu must have been defeated during this version of the storyline, because Vegeta's dead, but Goku was also dead. But Buu apparently isn't on Earth. But he referenced that he fought Majin Buu. So in this universe, he must have killed Majin Buu. I'm guessing that Goku must have destroyed Fat Buu. Or maybe he destroyed Kid Buu, but he had to stay dead or something like that. Something along those lines happened. So what if Turles is also dead instead? Maybe he actually prevented Majin Vegeta from killing himself, from sacrificing himself. So instead, you get Turles and Goku fighting. Now, the initial fight still goes the same. Super Saiyan 3 Goku kills Fat Janemba and then gets is shit wrecked by the Red Janemba, the Demon Janemba, who I'm actually looking at right now. One of those ads came up. It was like, Dragon Ball profile Gogeta. In this case, it was showing Janemba. So they would do the fusion. Instead of getting Gogeta, you would get, seeing as Goku's name was first in that, Gogeta. Why? By the way, that's a good question. Why is it Gogeta, but it's Vegito, which is Kakaroto off his Saiyan name? Is it because Vegito is the dominant personality in Vegito, and therefore he's stuck with the Saiyan names? But Goku was the dominant personality in that one, the Gogeta. So Goku, I don't know. Anyway, so it'd be Gokulus, or Turtle, Kakaroto, Vegito, Turtle. God, either name sounds stupid. Let's go with Gokulus. That at least sounds a little bit better. So they form Gokulus. And they would actually look exactly like Goku. Because remember, Turles looks basically like Goku. An evil Goku. That's what he looks like. Not a Goku Black, mind you, but an evil Goku. So they would go and they would still we'll say he still has the same technique that Rainbow Flash Strikers Flash. I don't know. They beat Janemba and everything goes well. Get to the Wrath of the Dragon storyline. Vegeta is still there. Turles is still there. Goku ends up saving the day. Turles does his part, but still. Battle of Gods. Now, here's the thing. Battle of Gods, Turles, I think, and Turles and Vegeta both know who Beerus is. So when that happens, and we know in that scenario Buu is alive, they're freaking their shit out. It's like, oh, we got a piece. And when Boo's being busy, Boo, Boo, can Turles actually, I think, gets in the way. It's like, and here, Boo, it's like, oh, my pudding! It's like, Boo! It's like, and Turles and Vegeta both look at Boo like, Boo, you have all that pudding. Let the nice man have one pudding, please. I'll get you cake. Cake? Ooh, what's cake? We'll get you a cake too, Lord Beerus. We'll get you both a cake. So I think Turles being there helps subside that whole shit going on, but I think at some point Boo still pisses Beerus off. So they ultimately do. The fight goes down. Turles does his best, but he can't do anything. And Vegeta tries his best. He can't do anything. But there is the whole, that's my Bulma! And then Turles sees that, and that's his Bulma. So he just warps, and I think he does hit Super Saiyan, like, not Super Saiyan 3 like esque power, because Goku's stronger at this point in the series. And briefly is able to take him on, but ultimately it's the same shit with Vegeta. Goku comes in. Now, with Turles there, I don't think they even need to reveal that Pan's pregnant, because you got Vegeta, you got Gohan, you got Trunks, you got Goten, you got Turles, and you don't need him. You don't need to let him know Pan's pregnant, so they'll find out later. Goku still becomes God, everything along those lines. I think Vegeta and Turles both will get Super Saiyan Blue, so when that comes, Resurrection F comes, they will ultimately triple team, and I think what will happen is that Turles will finish off. I think they'll finish off Frieza before he tries to blow the planet up. I think that's what happens. So ultimately, what if Turles are good? Actually, I think a lot would be good. Now, I could redo this one for the canon storyline if you want. Let me know if you want me to do that for the actual canon storyline. But if I do that for the canon storyline, that's going to be a multi-part version of this. I did it for the movie storyline because I knew I could do it in one video. And I just wanted to round out the week with just one video because I already got two withstanding right now. Two ongoing videos with Uzaru, Goku getting control of Ozaru, and what if Piccolo learned the Kaioken? I already got those going on. So yeah, I want to keep it at one. But if you want me to do this one in the canon storyline, just let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to do it. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, what if, anything I do on this channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I will get to that at some point. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you